absolutely very important. You're right, Christian, to point out that there's a lot at stake for Wenjun and of course for Vaishali as well, because she still can bounce up on the standings and try to get closer to the top positions and the higher prices. We do have the first moves on the board, so we could switch to our board as well. The two boards, the 2D board and the camera, of course, from the playing hall. Vishy, please tell us about this opening.
They're basically following the same opening they played in the classical game, the Berlin defense. Very tough opening to crack. So, but the thing is, Vaishali now has the time to do something a bit more interesting. You can gamble a bit more because you know that the time control is going faster. Already, I don't know exactly how the... Oh, yeah, it was... I thought she had gone bishop g5 in the first game. So... this isn't helping because I just come back to f5 and then she goes... Oh, she's going to e5, okay.
She's not repeating the moves. White has to win in Armageddon, and so she changes up where the bishop goes.
I like this. I'm starting to like this one. And now create an imbalance. Take with the pawn, which she does. It does seem like she knows what she's doing. Perhaps she has analyzed this in those few minutes in between games.
I think black should play g6 here.
G6, okay.
And I want to play knight g7, knight e6 as necessary.
This looks like a very awkward move. If you don't know it, you don't play it. If you know it, if you know these ideas, then you play it, which seems to be the case for you, Vishy. G6 is Vishy's recommendation.
Wenjun plays something different, developing the bishop.
Bishop d7, very natural. Again, she doesn't have the time to overthink things.
Another good move was instead of bishop d7, knight h4, I think.
Knight h4 as well, with the idea of getting the knight back to g6, potentially maybe even ideas of queen to g5. Let's not forget, the more pieces we trade, the better it is for black.
She moves her queen to the right side of the board next to the knight, trying to create more attack against the white king. Is there an attack possible, or is this just to connect the rooks?
Well, Vaishali already must be happy with her performance. The last Armageddon against Wenjun finished in about 5 minutes. She had a very rough time with the black pieces. So right now she's putting the pressure, piling on the pressure on the world champion.
It looks favorable for white. Yeah, queen b3 is reasonable. Black's pieces look really uncoordinated in the way she's gone about it. So,
especially this queen. This queen should be on c7 to guard everything on the queen side. On h6, you've overcommitted your resources on the king side, on the right side of the board, but nothing is happening there. You just simply don't have the tools to create anything.
Wenjun protects the pawn.
Now I can just go queen b6 if I want. Really kind of lord it over you. Okay.
Yes.
I think she did it, yeah.
She played it. It's on the board. This is a very unpleasant position, and I just want to point out the fact that, in fact, Vaishali increased her time advantage up to this point, more than 3 minutes ahead on clock.
Important moment. Would you take on h4? I think there's a problem if you take on h4, that my queen also can return to d8. So you might want to keep the knights at all cost, play knight d4 or something.
That is a good move, by the
but
way.
Knight d4, there's bishop h3.
And then
not really, I can take because my king has an escape route. Maybe we show that. I thought bishop h3.
Get a checkmate if you go in the corner.
Yeah.
But you don't.
You go the other side.
Run towards the other side.
But she has taken, so now the queen has a way back to try to offer a queen trade.
Now when I go back to d8, I relieve a lot of the problems in my positions.
Yes. But we're not going to trade the queens. Whenever you go queen to d8, I'm going to run away. And then I still want to try to go f4, f5, try to push the pawns on the king side, maybe get this rook on f1, support the pawn, push on the f5, get some attack going. I do think she still has an advantage right now, at least an unpleasant pressure.
And also more time on the clock. She has been playing very confidently and very fast. This is looking good for Vaishali.
Durkheim, your reaction to this one, what do you think the chances are?
Originally, I was going to say that I believe Wenjun would win, just like I believed Magnus was going to win. So now, I think it looks very nice for Vaishali.
Tend to agree with you. By the way, we do have some developments in Nakamura versus Gukesh I don't think we're going to go to that one right now, but there have been some developments in that one.
And you see that Hikaru has a huge advantage. The evaluation board is almost fully white, showing white's advantage is decisive.
The cows are coming home.
Yes, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Rook to G3. What is she hoping for right now?
Aren't you supposed to do something till the cows come home? Is that the expression? No, I'm just wondering. It's a nice
Actually, you
expression.
weren't with us, Vishy, in that moment. Hikaru said that in the confessional, that he'll play until the cows come home.
Ah, that was the
Yeah,
reference.
I forgot you
Okay.
weren't here in that moment with us.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Anna. You let me escape.
But so Hikaru is crushing the confessional tournament.
He is. He's
He's now
leading
plus
in the
3 or
confessional, and he's trying to beat Gukesh now over the board. He wants to win both competitions of the day, of course.
C5, queen to F4. What are the
Maybe
ideas?
C4 and B5. Yeah, C4 and B5 is just the way to break up something.
I think she wants to go queen H6. I think
Just play G6 and hold tough, yeah.
H4 and hope for the best. But
So the white bishop is attacked, and Vaishali needs to decide where to place his bishop. There aren't too many squares available,
you can start with this move just for the simple fact that you want to provoke this move, G6.
and she does so, threatening checkmate.
And now go bishop to C2, get ready for the expansion on the king side, H4, H5, that's the plan.
So now if H4, I go BA4 and H5. Yeah, it's just quite strong.
Ju Wenjun gets an exclamation mark for creating counter chances on the left side of the board.
This is the battle right now. Who's going to get to the other flank faster? So for example, black is trying to open things up on the queen side. White will need to open things up on the king side either with F4 or H4. It's all about getting to the hook. Once again, we're seeing this concept of the hook being used.
Okay, so let's see. H4,
Yes.
B takes A4,
H5, we continue pushing.
H5.
Queen F8.
Oh, not B takes A4, sorry. First Queen F8.
Yes. Queen F8 first.
But maybe this works as well. Yeah. All right, we'll see. Oh, F4 is terrible, I think.
Is it? Why?
Queen C5 check.
That's a check. I'll go to H2.
Then doesn't Queen F2 help me?
Queen to F2, and now we're seeing this attack on the bishop. Question is, do I go F5? Probably not, but I do still have this square B1 to hide my bishop.
Oh, this is looking so
B takes
crazy.
A4.
Yes, we do have some moves. Queen to F8 was played.
Oh, there are no squares left. Queen H4, you go Queen D8, Queen H6, I think. So you'll have to block with the rook. So Queen H4, Queen D8, Rook G5 or something.
It's happening, offering a queen trade again. Of course, black would love to trade queens, so your king is safer once the queens are off of the board.
That's exactly what she does. Rook to G5. Vicious prescription in this one.
But now King G7, F5, Bishop takes F5. Bishop takes F5, hit 6 is a problem.
That's the big calculation right now that's happening. You can take on H5 and H6, which is going to force more or less a better position for black. Intermezzo, very beautiful move, H6. Let's see if she finds it. King G7. It all starts with this move, King to G7.
But then I have Queen G3.
2 minutes 57 seconds for Ju Wenjun. She's starting to feel the pressure of the clock.
She has taken the pawn on A4.
And the
Now
bar shoots
F5.
up. F5 seems to be winning. F5 is winning right now.
Vaishali's got to play it.
She has to play it. She has to go for it. There's nothing else.
And
She goes
there's
for
the
it.
move. Pawn push, attacking the bishop and the black pawn, opening up the files toward the black king to target it for checkmate patterns.
Idea being that if you take on F5, I take on F5, and this pawn on G6 is pinned to the king, so you cannot recapture back on F5. I'm not seeing it, guys. I'm not seeing the saving grace for black. If you do go backwards, bishop to D7, I just take on G6, you take back, I take once again, and the mate is coming. Just to show really quick what we mean by that. Check, check, and the checkmate arrives on the board. This is a very simple way of finishing things up, and she knows it.
Yeah. So now FG6, yeah?
Rook takes B2.
attacking the white bishop. So if you take the black bishop, black will also be able to capture.
But now, can we take on g6 and just go for the mate?
That's certainly what she's calculating. Vaishali here with the winning attack. Will she capture the black pawn and not care about the hanging white bishop?
I think this is the mate that she's calculating. And rook to f1, the other rook is coming into play as well.
And she's doing it.
Yeah.
No, she's taking the bishop. Wait, she didn't take the pawn, she took the bishop.
Still winning, still completely winning. Still completely winning. e6 is coming. Let me connect my pawns. Let me give you a check on d4.
No, this is over.
I think this
So
is over.
Vaishali's taken this one, which actually saves Anna.
That will mean that both Anna Muzichuk and Ju Wenjun are in the lead. Is there any chance for Ju? Because we have seen huge mistakes in Armageddon. In the heat of the time pressure, there have been rooks being hung. Even Magnus Carlsen dropped the knight. Can Ju Wenjun say it? Rook takes g6. Look at that move and the resignation. Wow, what a moment for Vaishali R beating the reigning women's world champion in Armageddon. A huge win for the young lady.